If insomnia tends to strike you in the early hours rather than you having difficulty dropping off to sleep, I have some fantastic news for you, which is going to help bring the anxiety, the stress, the worry down around that. I'm also going to, in this video, share what you can do in the short term to help you deal with this in the most effective evidence-based way, and crucially share with you how you can either prevent it or reduce the occurrence of these happening. So an incredibly important video. So the fantastic news, or I'm not going to say fantastic news because no one wants to be waking up early in the hours, but the good news about this is that you would have got the majority of your deep sleep by then. And deep sleep is an incredibly important stage of sleep. So your sleep runs in cycles which last for approximately 90 minutes. And as part of these sleep cycles, you've got awake, you've got light sleep, you've got deep, and you've got REM sleep. And deep sleep is responsible for physical restoration, muscle repair, tissue repair, memory consolidation. It's an incredibly important stage of sleep. And because it's so important, the body prioritizes on getting as much deep sleep as it possibly can when you first drop off to sleep. So by the early hours of the morning, you would have had the majority of this really important sleep stage. So even on less hours of sleep, you could still wake up feeling not great, but reasonably refreshed. So hopefully understanding this helps to bring a little bit of that anxiety down around these early morning awakenings. It's also incredibly normal to wake up more frequently in the early hours and to have much lighter, more fragmented sleep. And that's because the body prioritizes on getting its REM sleep in the early hours of the morning. REM sleep is a lot lighter than your deep sleep, and also you get more fragmented sleep in the early hours because the body clock is releasing wakefulness hormones in the early hours in preparation for waking you up. So adrenaline, cortisol are all going to be starting to get released in the early hours. So it's incredibly normal for people to have, good sleepers even, to have less deep fragmented sleep in the early hours. Which isn't normal is if you wake up frequently and become very stressed and anxious and worried, and it takes a lot of time to fall back to sleep when you do have these early morning awakenings. And the best, most evidence way to respond to these early morning awakenings is something either called stimulus control or counter control. Stimulus control, if you're relaxed, calm, happy, fantastic, stay in bed and allow sleep to come, and it will. But if you feel that anxiety, that stress, that worry creeping up, leave the bedroom, do something which is a better alternative than just lying there getting really cross and angry and scrunching yourself in a ball, forcing sleep, fighting with sleep, ruminating, worrying about the morning. Anything is better than that. So just do anything which is a better alternative. Read a book, watch TV, blue light won't kill you, listen to a podcast, do some baking. I don't care what you do in the middle of the night. Just not lying in bed, getting really angry, getting stressed, and return to bed when you feel sleepy again. So this stimulus control is very, very helpful for people who have a huge amount of anxiety, stress, and worry about being in bed awake. If that's not you, a more softer alternative is simply to lie up in bed. This is called counter control. Do something which is a better alternative than getting cross and angry in bed. Read a book, listen to a podcast, watch TV, whatever, and then turn the light off and go back to sleep again when you feel sleepy again. These techniques are just to help bring you out of this really anxious, stressful, worried place and stop the brain from ruminating on what's going to happen in the morning, stop the racing thoughts. Incredibly powerful. So this is what to do in the short term if you do wake up early. But in the long term, it's really, really helpful to prevent them occurring or to reduce their occurrence as well. And the best way you can do this is to reduce the amount of time that you spend in bed. Sounds incredibly counterintuitive, but it is incredibly powerful and effective. A great analogy for this: imagine you've got a 9-inch pastry dish, but you've only got 7 inches worth of pastry. Try to spread that 7 inches worth of pastry onto that 9-inch dish. It's not going to start from the start. That would be trouble falling asleep. It's not going to, you're going to have loads of of holes and gaps in the middle. That'd be trouble waking up multiple times in the night, or it's not going to reach the end, which is your problem, which is waking up early in the morning. Take this 9-inch pastry dish, shrink it down to 7 inches, and that pastry is going to fit onto that 7-inch dish perfectly. So incredibly common with people with insomnia to extend the amount of time that they spend in bed in order to try and get more sleep. But actually, all this does is it gives you a poor quality fragmented sleep drive, and it just reduces and waters down your sleep quality. So bedtime restriction, stimulus control, this is how you would be wanting to tackle that. And in the comments section of this video, I've provided some links to videos which go into a lot more detail about both of these things. Okie dokie, really hope this video has been helpful to you. I'm going to queue up, if you're new to the channel, a video about CBTI and my approach to it. And if you want to watch that, transform your sleep, have a look here.